and welcome to Quiz Time. My name is Anne and I will be your host for this quiz about the 1940s. So, good luck. Which famous artist painted Guernica, a work depicting the horrors of the Spanish Civil War? Pablo Picasso, Salvador Dali, or Henri Matisse? Pablo Picasso. Which jazz musician released the album Birth of the Cool in the late 1940s? Louis Armstrong, Miles Davis, or Duke Ellington? Miles Davis. Which famous New York City skyscraper was completed in the 1940s, known for its Art Deco style? The Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, or the Rockefeller Center? The Rockefeller Center. True or false? Booker T. Washington founded the Tuskegee Institute. True. Which film won the first ever Golden Globe Award for Best Motion Picture Drama in 1944? Casablanca, The Song of Bernadette, or Going My Way? The Song of Bernadette. Which musical genre gained popularity in the 1940s with artists like Hank Williams and Jimmy Rogers? Country, rock and roll, or blues? Country. Which architect designed the famous Falling Water House? Le Corbusier, Frank Lloyd Wright, or Mies van der Rohe? Frank Lloyd Wright. What popular fashion item emerged in the 1940s associated with women entering the workforce during World War II? The miniskirt, zoot suit, or Rosie the Riveter bandana? Rosie the Riveter bandana. In 1948, which abstract expressionist artist created the painting number 5 1948, known for its chaotic splatter technique? Jackson Pollock, Mark Rothko, or William de Kooning? Jackson Pollock. Who became known as the First Lady of Song in the 1940s? Ella Fitzgerald. What was the primary material used in the construction of prefabricated houses known as Levittown in the 1940s? Wood. What entertainment innovation became popular in the 1940s? Color television, drive-in theaters, or portable radios? Drive-in theaters. Which famous photographer published The Family of Man, an influential photography exhibition and book? Dorothea Lange, Ansel Adams, or Edward Steichen? Edward Steichen. Who composed the music for the ballet Appalachian Spring, which premiered in 1934? George Gershwin, Aaron Copland, or Leonard Bernstein? Aaron Copland. Which famous architectural structure is known as the Gateway Arch? Sydney Opera House, St. Louis Arch, or CN Tower? St. Louis Arch. Which discovery demonstrated that DNA is the carrier of genetic information? The structure of DNA, the Hershey-Chase experiment, or the Avery-MacLeod-McCarty experiment? The Avery-MacLeod-McCarty experiment. Who directed the film The Third Man, a noir classic released in 1949? Orson Welles, Carol Reed, or Alfred Hitchcock? Carol Reed. Which song became the best-selling single of the 1940s, performed by Bing Crosby? Moonlight Serenade, Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, or White Christmas? White Christmas. Who is known for designing the glass house in Connecticut built in 1949? Philip Johnson. Which actress and inventor co-patented a frequency hopping spread technology which later contributed to the development of Wi-Fi? Hedy Lamarr, Katharine Hepburn, or Audrey Hepburn? Hedy Lamarr. Which famous ballet premiered in 1945, choreographed by Jerome Robbins and featuring music by Leonard Bernstein? West Side Story, Fancy Free, or On the Town? Fancy Free. Which legendary jazz musician collaborated with Charlie Parker on the album Coco in 1945? Dizzy Gillespie. Which architectural trends became popular in the 1940s, emphasizing functionality and simplicity? Gothic Revival, Modernism, or Baroque? Modernism. Which culinary innovation became a popular household item in the 1940s, revolutionizing home cooking? Microwave oven, pressure cooker, or instant coffee? Instant coffee. Which artist's work Nighthawks became an iconic image of American culture? Edward Hopper, Norman Rockwell, or Grant Wood? Edward Hopper. What event in the 1940s marked the beginning of the environmental movement, with the publication of the book Silent Spring? The widespread use of DDT. What type of music did Frank Sinatra become famous for in the 1940s? Rock, classical, or swing? Swing. Which song by the Andrews Sisters became an iconic World War II anthem? Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, Rum and Coca-Cola, or Don't Sit Under the Apple Tree? Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. Which landmark building in New York City was the tallest in the world when it was completed in 1945? The Chrysler Building, Empire State Building, or Rockefeller Center? The Empire State Building. What technological innovation introduced during the 1940s significantly impacted the world of data processing and computing? The development of the ENIAC computer. What was the title of the first film that was adapted into a television series in the 1940s? The Lone Ranger, Flash Gordon, or Superman? The Lone Ranger. Which female jazz singer released the album Loverman in the 1940s? Ella Fitzgerald, Dinah Washington, or Billie Holiday? Billie Holiday. Which famous American architect was known for designing the Usonian houses in the 1940s? Frank Gehry, Frank Lloyd Wright, or Louis Sullivan? Frank Lloyd Wright. Which philosophy developed during the 1940s, focusing on the absurdity of human existence? Existentialism, utilitarianism, or postmodernism? Existentialism. Which author won the Pulitzer Prize in 1940 for the novel The Grapes of Wrath? Ernest Hemingway, William Faulkner, or John Steinbeck? John Steinbeck. Which 1940s swing musician was known as the King of Swing? Glenn Miller, Benny Goodman, or Duke Ellington? Benny Goodman. Which artist was known for the surrealist work The Elephants? Salvador Dali, Max Ernst, or René Magritte? Salvador Dali. Which major sporting event took place and was the first to be broadcast live on TV? The World Series, the Olympic Games, or the FIFA World Cup? The Olympic Games. Which musical was the first to win the Pulitzer Prize for Drama? Oklahoma, South Pacific, or Carousel? Oklahoma. Which major literary award was first awarded to a science fiction novel in the 1940s? The Nebula Award, the Hugo Award, or the International Fantasy Award? The International Fantasy Award. Which philosopher published The Origins of Totalitarianism in the late 1940s? Hannah Arendt, Karl Popper, or Herbert Marcuse? Hannah Arendt. What famous writer was expelled from the Soviet Writers' Union in the late 1940s? Boris Pasternak. Which organization was founded in the 1940s aiming to protect cultural heritage sites worldwide? The World Monuments Fund, the UNESCO, or the Entity for Historical Preservation? The UNESCO. What public health campaign began in the 1940s in response to a global health crisis and remains a major public health initiative today? Polio vaccination campaign. Which expedition significantly advanced our understanding of Antarctic geography and biology? Operation High Jump, the Endurance Expedition, or the Scott Antarctic Expedition? Operation High Jump. Name the significant economic plan that was launched in the 1940s to rebuild Europe after World War II. The Marshall Plan. Which study examined American soldiers' attitudes and behaviors during World War II? The Lonely Crowd, the American Soldier, or the Authoritarian Personality? The American Soldier. Which major post-war art movement began in New York in the late 1940s? Pop art, abstract expressionism, or minimalism? Abstract expressionism. Who published Coming of Age in Samoa? Margaret Mead, Ruth Benedict, or Claude Lévi-Strauss? Margaret Mead. What iconic fashion item became a symbol of rebellion and youth culture in the 1940s? The zoot suit. Which notable chef and author published Mastering the Art of French Cooking? Julia Child, James Beard, or Elizabeth David? Julia Child. Which architectural design style, known for its streamlined and futuristic look, gained popularity in the 1940s? Art Deco, International Style, or Googie Architecture? Googie Architecture. Which artistic event featured works by Jackson Pollock, Mark Rothko, and William de Kooning? The Armory Show, the 9th Street Show, or the New York School? The 9th Street Show. Which 1940s innovation in household technology greatly simplified the washing of dishes? The dishwasher. Which influential American philosopher published The Road to Serfdom? Friedrich Hayek, Bertrand Russell, or John Dewey? Friedrich Hayek. Which iconic dance style became popular, often associated with big band music? The tango, Lindy Hop, or bossa nova? Lindy Hop. Which fashion trend involved women painting their legs to mimic the appearance of stockings during wartime rationing? Seamed stockings, painted hosiery, or rolled-up trousers? Painted hosiery. Which advancement in aviation was first used during the 1940s and revolutionized air travel? Jet engines, radar systems, or pressurized cabins? Jet engines. Which Hollywood actress became the first to earn $1 million salary for a single film in the 1940s? Judy Garland? Which famous war correspondent wrote Brave Men? Ernie Pyle, Edward R. Murrow, or Walter Cronkite? Ernie Pyle. Which innovation in photography allowed for instant photo development? Color film, Polaroid camera, or digital camera? Polaroid camera. Which film series was used to educate and motivate American soldiers during World War II? Why We Fight, The March of Time, or The War? Why We Fight. Which novel became a classic depiction of the struggles faced by returning World War II veterans? Catch-22, From Here to Eternity, or The Naked and the Dead? The Naked and the Dead. What children's toy was originally created as a wallpaper cleaner? The Silly Putty, Slinky, or Play-Doh? Play-Doh. What innovation of the 1940s allowed for the first transcontinental television broadcast in the United States? Microwave relay. Which famous photographer captured the iconic image of a sailor kissing a nurse in Times Square on VJ Day in 1945? Ansel Adams, Alfred Eisenstadt, Dorothea Lange? Alfred Eisenstadt. Which food innovation became a popular post-war convenience food? Canned soup, freeze-dried coffee, or TV dinner? TV dinner. Which major literary work introduced the concept of Big Brother? 1984, Brave New World, or Fahrenheit 451? (1984). What technological innovation in the 1940s led to the first successful kidney transplant? The creation of the first dialysis machine. Which musical genre, popularized by artists like Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf, laid the groundwork for rock and roll? Jazz, blues, or gospel? Blues. Which film featured a satirical portrayal of Adolf Hitler and was directed by Charlie Chaplin? Modern Times, To Be or Not to Be, or The Great Dictator? The Great Dictator. Name the American actress who was best known for her femme fatale roles in film noirs with Alan Ladd during the 1940s and her peekaboo hairstyle. Veronica Lake. Which 1940s innovation in medicine led to a significant reduction in the mortality rates of bacterial infections? Penicillin, polio vaccine, or blood transfusion? Penicillin. Which 1940s children's book series by Enid Blyton became widely popular and laid the foundation for future young adult fiction. Nancy Drew, Famous Five, or Hardy Boys. Famous Five. Name the groundbreaking ballet choreographed by George Balanchine in the 1940s that helped establish New York City Ballet as a leading company. The Four Temperaments. Which 1940s film, starring Ingrid Bergman and Humphrey Bogart, is known for the line, "Here's looking at you, kid"? Notorious, The Maltese Falcon, or Casablanca? Casablanca. Which 1940s invention in the medical field revolutionized surgery by allowing for the precise treatment of internal organs? The laparoscope, the MRI machine, or the pacemaker? The laparoscope. Which 1940s film, directed by Orson Welles, is often cited as one of the greatest films ever made due to its innovative narrative and cinematography? Citizen Kane. Which major cultural festival, first held in 1947 in Scotland, has since become the world's largest arts festival? The Cannes Film Festival, the Edinburgh Festival Fringe, or the Venice Biennale? The Edinburgh Festival Fringe. Which invention allowed for the recording of live television broadcasts? The videotape recorder, the cathode ray tube, or the television camera? The videotape recorder. Which popular children's toy was invented by accident during a naval engineering experiment? The yo-yo, the slinky, or the hula hoop? The slinky. What technological advancement in the 1940s led to the creation of the first general-purpose electronic computer known as ENIAC? The vacuum tube. Which children's author wrote Goodnight Moon, Dr. Seuss, E.B. White, or Margaret Wise Brown? Margaret Wise Brown. Which American jazz pianist and composer was a key figure in the bebop movement? Thelonious Monk, Duke Ellington, or Count Basie? Thelonious Monk. Which filmmaker is credited with creating one of the first feature-length animated films? Walt Disney, Charlie Chaplin, or Sergei Eisenstein? Walt Disney. What groundbreaking musical composition, completed in the 1940s by John Cage, is known for its use of silence and challenges traditional notions of music? 433. Which fashion magazine became known for its cutting-edge photography and high fashion editorial content? Vogue, Elle, or Harper's Bazaar? Elle. True or false? Eugene O'Neill wrote All My Sons, a drama that explored the themes of war profiteering, family loyalty, and the American dream. False. Arthur Miller did. Name the African American contralto who broke racial barriers by performing at the Lincoln Memorial in the 1940s. Marian Anderson. Which culinary technique involves cooking food in airtight plastic bags submerged in a water bath at a precisely controlled temperature? Sous vide, confit, or ceviche? Sous vide. Which painting by Jackson Pollock marked the beginning of his drip technique? Number IA, Lavender Mist, or Blue Pearls? Number IA. Which snack was introduced to American soldiers during World War II, leading to its widespread popularity in the 1940s? Pringles, popcorn, or M&Ms? M&Ms. Which iconic sports figure made his Major League Baseball debut in 1947, breaking the color barrier in the sport? Satchel Paige, Jackie Robinson, or Larry Doby? Jackie Robinson. Which popular brand of frozen food was introduced in the 1940s? Swenson, Stouffer's, or Bird's Eye? Bird's Eye. What innovative 1940s kitchen tool, designed by a French engineer, was originally used to prepare a specific dish and later became a popular cooking appliance? The pressure cooker. Which luxury watch brand became synonymous with high-end timepieces and was particularly known for its iconic tank watch? Rolex, Cartier, or Patek Philippe? Cartier. Who played George Bailey in the infamous 1946 film It's a Wonderful Life? James Stewart, Frank Capra, or Thomas Mitchell? James Stewart. What material innovation in the 1940s led to the creation of Tupperware? Plastic resin, polyethylene, or nylon? Polyethylene. What popular fashion accessory of the 1940s featured a curvy, bold design often worn with evening wear? Opera gloves, fascinator, or snood? Opera gloves. What iconic musical instrument saw a resurgence in popularity during the 1940s, particularly in jazz and swing music? The clarinet. Thank you for playing. Drop your score in the comments and please like and subscribe if you want to be notified every time we post a new video. And have more fun on quiz time.